Hello everyone, welcome to everyone. So we are looking at gold. So let's identify our support zone and our resistance zone. But before we do that, let's look at the higher time frame against the lower time frame so that for us to have an idea what the higher time frame is saying. It's very important for you to know what the higher time frame is saying against the lower time frame, just for you to have an idea. Sometimes you might anticipate the candle to continue to go up, but maybe we have a resistance zone over there, or you might anticipate the candle to continue to come down and we have a support zone over there. So it's very important for us to kind of know what the higher time frame is saying. Let me try and reduce this music. Let me reduce it a little bit. So looking at the condition of the market structure, so let's go to the month market condition. As of yesterday, this line was this line somewhere here, because yesterday the candle created a new all-time high on gold as of yesterday. So this is the high of this recent month candle. So this is the all-time high on gold as of yesterday. The candle came to this position as of yesterday. Let's identify this all-time high so that we'll be able to have an idea if the candle wants to break this all-time high. Let's zoom the chart a little bit. This is the low of the recent month candle, and this is the low. So we don't need this line. Let's delete this line. The month market condition, we are in an uptrend. Let me delete this, delete this, delete this. Delete this. Okay, so the market condition as of the month is an uptrend. So this is the recent month candle, while this is the previous month candle. This is December candle. That this candle closed with a rejection bullish candle. So looking at the formation of the market condition, we are in an uptrend. That this candle it created an all-time high as of yesterday at 4626.22. So let's go to the daily market condition. Let's see, let's zoom the chart a little bit. We have a resistance zone over here, we have a support zone over here, we have a support zone over here. This candle closed with a rejection bullish candle. That this candle broke this our resistance zone. This candle also broke this resistance zone over here and closed with a bullish candle. So this recent 4 hours candle, this daily candle is left with 15 hours before this candle will close. But this candle it created a new all-time high as of yesterday. So that means this candle is yet to break the high of this bullish candle and it's yet to break the low of this bullish candle. So it's very important for us to have an idea of what the higher time frame is saying. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Since we are coming to do a new analysis so that for us to know what you are anticipating the market to give to us. But looking at the information of the daily market condition, we are in a consolidation zone because of how the body of the candle they are all printing side by side. So from this support zone down to this resistance zone, it's being considered as a consolidation zone because this candle broke this resistance zone, and then we have the formation of candles like this. So until the break of this all-time high, for us to anticipate a bullish candle to kind of close like this, Let me change the color to green. For us to anticipate a bullish candle to close like this so that it will break this all-time high and close the bullish candle. So, but meanwhile, as of now, we don't need to do anything because this daily candle is left with 15 hours before this candle needs to close. So let's go to the H4. So looking at the condition of the H4, let's delete this. We should be able to identify our recent support and our recent resistance, but I love to identify my support zone and my resistance zone using the H1 and the 30 minutes. So let's move all this. Looking at the condition of the H4, we have a support zone over here. We have a resistance zone over here. This candle closed with a bullish candle that the previous candle closed with a bearish candle to form a minor support. So, but we also need to look at the H1 and the 30 minutes so that we'll be able to have a clear view of what this candle formation is saying. As you can see, this candle, it didn't break the high of this bullish candle. Let me zoom the chart a little bit. So as you can see, this bullish candle, this candle closed with a bullish candle, but this recent bearish candle, it didn't break the high of this bullish candle, but it has broken the low of this bullish candle. So that means this minor support is no longer valid, but we don't need to do anything until the close of this candle because this candle can continue to come down and close with a rejection bearish candle. Let me show you guys. Let's assume that this candle is a bearish candle. It will close with a rejection bearish candle like this. Let's see. It can continue to come here and close with a rejection bearish candle. Let's assume that this is a bearish candle. So it's very important for us to wait for the close of this candle so that we'll be able to know if this zone is still valid or if this zone is no longer valid. So looking at the condition of the market structure, we have a resistance zone over here. This is the all-time high on gold. And then this candle closed with a bearish candle. This candle closed with a bullish candle to form a minor support. We also have a support zone over here. We have a support zone over here. So, but I'm not going to identify this zone as a support zone because I love to identify my support zone and my resistance zone using the H1 and the 30 minutes. So it's very important for us to know what we want and how we want it. So let's go to the H1. Let's delete this. Now the condition of the H1, we have a support zone over here. We have a resistance zone over here. Like I said, it's very important for us to look at the higher time frame and also look at the lower time frame just for us to have an idea what the market condition is saying. 1 hour is also a higher time frame, 30 minutes also a higher time frame, but a lower time frame like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. But I don't usually look at the lower time frame. But the moment you keep moving from the month to the daily to the H4 to 1 hour and 30 minutes, you see that you'll be able to have a clear view of what the market condition is saying. Like the H1, this formation of candles, let's say it's 1, 2, like 4 or 5 candles. So it's very hard for us to identify this zone as our consolidation zone. But in H1, as you can see, we have a clear understanding of how the market structure is saying. So we have a resistance zone over here and we have a support zone over here. We have a support zone over here. So let's identify our support zone over here. We have a resistance zone over here. We have a support zone over here. This is the all-time high on gold, so we don't have any resistance zone that will be anticipating the moment a bullish candle should break this resistance zone for the candle to keep going up. So this is the all-time high. So that means if we are anticipating a bullish candle to break this our resistance zone, that means we are anticipating it for it to break this all-time high and close with a bullish candle like this. Can close with a bullish candle like this to create a new all-time high for the next candle to continue to break the high of this bullish candle for it to continue to go up to create a new all-time high. So but as of now, we don't need to do anything until the break of this consolidation zone over here. So if we are anticipating a bearish candle to break this our support zone for the trade to keep coming down to this support zone over here. So the best thing is just for us to wait, because in the next 12 minutes is London Open, so we don't need to do anything. Since London Open, we usually have volume in London section, so all we need to do is just for us to identify like a structure, know what we want and how we want it, and then for us to be patient. We don't need to do anything. Then the moment we are able to identify a structure, we just need to open that position. So as of now, we don't need to do anything. So let's go to the 30 minutes. Like I said, the more you keep moving from the higher time frame, saying like daily is also a higher time frame, 4 hours, 1 hour. Like you try and see how the formation of the candle is, because you have a clear view of what the market condition is saying. So we have a resistance zone over here and we have a support zone over here. Let's adjust this a little bit. We have a support zone over here and we are anticipating a candle to break our resistance zone to form a new all-time high for the next candle to continue to go up to close with a bullish candle, so that we'll be able to secure our position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. All we need to do is just for us to be patient, since in the next 10 minutes from now is London Open. So let's wait for the close of this 30 minutes candle. Then we'll be able to anticipate for the next candle to break the low of, if this candle should close with a bearish candle, for the next candle to break the low, for it to continue to come down to break our support zone. Then the moment we are able to identify a structure, then we'll open a position anticipating the candle to keep coming down to this support zone over here. But definitely we know how much we want from the market and how much we are risking in a trade. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's wait for the close of this 30 minutes candle, then for us to anticipate if it is the right time for us to take a position. The moment the moment a candle should break our support zone, or the moment a candle should break our resistance zone. So let's wait. We don't need to do anything as of now. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. So the month market condition, we are in an uptrend. The daily was consolidating. The H4 was also consolidating. The H1 was consolidating. The 30 minutes is also consolidating because of how the market condition is printing. So we don't need to do anything. We are anticipating a bullish candle to break our resistance zone over here to close with a bullish candle, by which it will form a new all-time high. And we are also anticipating a bearish candle to break this our support zone to form like to break our support zone, so that the next candle can continue to come down. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's see how this candle will close. This recent 30 minutes candle will close. So our buy anticipation is here. We have a consolidation zone over here. Then our sell anticipation is here. Let's see. I was giving you guys an example that let's go to the H4. I was trying to let you guys know that we have a minor support over here. But this candle broke this support zone. And I told you guys that we need to wait for the close of this candle, that this candle can still break this as minor support for it to continue to come down and then close with a rejection bearish candle. So as you can see how the formation of the candle, it came down. So we don't know if this candle wants to continue to break its high for it to kind of close with a bullish candle or close with a rejection bearish candle. So we don't know, since this 4 hours candle is left with 3 hours before this candle will close. So it's very important for you to know what you want and how you want it, then before you can decide to take a position. Let's go back to the 30 minutes time frame so that to be able to have an idea what the market's condition is saying. Since this 30 minutes candle is left with 5 minutes before this candle needs to close. So all we need to do is just for us to be patient. We don't need to do anything. So let's wait for the close of this candle. Then we'll be able to anticipate if it is the right time for us to take a position. The moment a bearish candle should break our support zone, or the moment a bullish candle should break our resistance zone, and then for it to break this all-time high to create a new all-time high. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's just enjoy the music. In the next 5 minutes will be London Open. So since we are anticipating volume to come in London section, so for now we don't need to do anything. Let's just wait until 5 minutes time so that the London section will open. Then let's anticipate volume to kind of break our support zone or to break our resistance zone. So let's be patient. Let's wait for the close of this candle. I'm just looking at my other screen just for me to have an idea what the market condition is saying. So just in case if you guys have a question, you can send your message in the chat box. I will get back to you guys. So this 30 minutes candle is left with 3 minutes for this candle will close, and the next 3 minutes time is London Open. So let's wait and see what the next candle wants to do. If the next candle, we have to break the low of this bearish candle. If this candle should close with a bearish candle with volume, for it to break, these are our support zone, or for it to break, these are our resistance zone. So let's wait. This 30 minutes candle is left with a minute. So let's see what the candle formation want to do. The next candle, we are anticipating a volume to come to the market for it to break the high or for it to break the low. So we don't need to do anything. Let's see what the next candle want to do. Since we are about to enter London Open. So let's see what the candle want to do. So this 30 minutes candle just closed with a rejection bearish candle. And this is the beginning of London Open. So we are anticipating volume to break the low of this bearish candle for it to continue to come down, or for the volume to continue to break the high of this bearish candle for it to continue to grow up. So for now, we don't need to do anything, since from this resistance zone down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone. So all we need to do is just for us to be patient until we are able to identify a structure by which the candle will have to break our support zone, by which the candle will have to break our resistance zone. Then we can anticipate to take a position. So but for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle want to do. Oops, it's 126 pips. Candle is on 26 pips. Let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle want to do. If it will continue to come down to fill this week over here. So let's wait and see. But this candle closed with a bearish candle. This candle respected the high of this bearish candle and it broke the low of this bearish candle. The next candle respected the high of this bearish candle and broke the low of this bearish candle. So let's see if this candle we have to respect the high of this bearish candle and break the low of this bearish candle. Let's see what the candle wants to do so that the candle can continue to come down to break our support zone. Then we'll be able to take a position with our order confirmation, which I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position. So for now, let's wait. This candle can as well choose to break the high of this rejection bearish candle. So it's very important for us to know what the market structure is saying, just for us to have an idea what you're anticipating the market to give to us. Let's see what the market condition want to do since this is the beginning of London section. This recent 30 minutes candle, let's see 15 minutes candle. We have a close of a bullish candle over here. This recent candle hasn't broken the high of the bullish candle. Hasn't broken the high of the bullish candle. Let's see. Maybe that this candle wants to continue to go up to break the high of this bullish candle and this bearish candle, for it to close with a bullish candle since this is the beginning of London Open. All we need to do is just for us to sit patiently and enjoy the music. Then the moment we are able to identify a structure, then we need to open a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. These are all consolidation candle movements. Consolidation. So let's see what the market structure want to do. The 15 minutes from this page to this page. 252 pips. Let's see. 15 minutes candle formation. Red pips. Let's see 5 minutes. Let's go back to the 30 minutes. That means this candle has broken the high of the 15 minutes bullish candle. Yeah, it has broken it. So if this candle wants to continue to go up to break the high of this bullish candle, that we have a rejection bearish candle, but it respected the high, 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 also respected the high, but this candle didn't break the low of this bearish candle, but they all broke the low of each candles. So let's see if this candle wants to continue to go up to break the high, since it has broken the high of this bullish candle, since this is the beginning of London Open, and in the next 7 minutes will be close of this 15 minutes candle. But we are not looking at the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes. We are looking at the 30 minutes and the 1 hour. But I just love to kind of know what the 15 minutes market condition and the 5 minutes they are saying, just to know that this is what the market condition is doing in the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, but our trading time frame is 30 minutes and 1 hour. Let's see. Let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle want to do since it's the beginning of London section. All we need to do is just for us to wait. We don't need to do anything.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Let's see what the market condition want to do. Let's see what the market condition want to do. So we are patiently waiting. Let's just wait. We don't need to do anything. It's all part of you trading. Even though you come to the market and then you are done with your analysis and everything, you don't need to be curious to open a position. You just need to wait because you have a trading plan. You know what you're anticipating the market to give to you. So all you need to do is just for you to wait until you're able to identify a structure. But this candle is here to break the high of this rejection bearish candle. So we are anticipating for it to come down to fill this week, for it to continue to come down to break the low of this rejection bearish candle, and for it to continue to come down to our support zone. So, but we don't need to do anything until we are able to identify what you're anticipating the market to give to us. This candle can as well decide to break the high of this bearish candle and for it to continue to go up to close with a bullish candle. So all we need to do is just for us to be patient. We don't need to do anything as of now, since this is the beginning of London section, and then we usually have balloon in London section. So let's see how this candle will close. The 15 minutes candle is left with 10 seconds or 5 seconds for it to close, but it hasn't broken the high of this bearish candle, but it has broken the high of this bullish candle. So the 15 minutes candle closed with a bullish candle. So let's wait and see what the next 15 minutes candle want to do. Let's look at the 5 minutes. Let's see. Let's go back to our 30 minutes. Then we'll look at the 1 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour and see. So we have a bearish candle and a bearish candle. So this 1 hour candle is set to break the high, and it's also yet to break the low of this bearish candle over here. So let's go back to 30 minutes. Let's wait and see what this candle wants to do. If this candle wants to break the high of this rejection bearish candle, so let's wait. Let's see what this candle wants to do. Came up to create a wick, came down to create a wick. So let's see if the body of this candle will continue to come down to fill this wick, or if the body of the candle will continue to go up to break the high of this rejection bearish candle. So as of now, we don't need to do anything. Let's see how this candle wants to close. So by looking at the condition of this candle over here, that means this candle wants to continue to come down to fill this wick. We also have our support zone over here, about which we are anticipating a bearish candle to break our support zone. This is a bearish candle. Let's assume that this is a bearish candle to break our support zone. Then the moment the candle closes, the next candle we have to create an upper wick. Then the moment the body of the candle, we have to break the low of this bearish candle. Then with our order confirmation, which I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything, since we are still anticipating this candle for it to continue to come down to fill this wick over here. Then since there is volume in the market, because this is London section, So that means you're anticipating it for it to continue to come down to fill the week and for it to continue to come down to break our support zone. So, but let's wait and see how this candle will close. The candle came down to create a wick, went up to create a wick. So right now, we don't know if the body of this candle will close with a bullish candle or if the body of the candle will have to continue to come down to close with a bearish candle. So the best thing is just for us to wait. This 30 minutes candle is left with 10 minutes before this candle will close. So let's wait and see how this candle will close. I can choose to call this place a support zone, but the reason why I didn't call this place a support zone is because we have a minor support, a minor support, a minor support, and a support zone. So imagine if we call this place a support zone. So how about this support, support, and support? So you kind of trying to identify your support and your resistance. You need to pay attention to the nearest support and to the nearest resistance. So this is why I didn't identify this zone as our support zone, because of this minor support, and this support zone. So since there is volume in the market and then we are anticipating a candle for it to fill this week and then for it to break our support zone and close, then the moment you are able to identify a structure, I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position, because we also need to look at other factors by which we need to consider before we can decide to take a position. So right now, let's see how this 30 minutes candle wants to close. Let's see. But looking at how this candle formation is that to come down to form a wick, go up to form a wick. So, but this candle, we are not sure if this candle will continue to come down, but anything can happen. So all we need to do is just for us to sit back and watch what this candle wants to do. Let's see, because it hasn't broken the high of this rejection bearish candle. So let's see what this 30 minutes candle wants to do. That's created an upper wick and a lower wick. So let's see. The candle is left with 8 minutes before this 30 minutes candle will close. We are anticipating it for it to continue to come down to fill this week. That's created an upper wick. The wick respected the high of this rejection bearish candle. So let's see if the candle will continue to come down to fill this week, for it to continue to come down to break our support zone. So it's very important for you to know what you want and how you want it. All you need to do is just for you to sit back, watch the market's condition. Then you need to know if it is the right time for you to take a position. The moment the market condition should give you that thing that you are looking for, that thing that you are anticipating the market to give to you, which we ourselves, we are patiently sitting, waiting for the market to give us a structure before we can decide to take a position. And I understand that there are some people, if they come to the markets and then this candle is going down, like to them, like they don't have the discipline. So they will definitely go and open a position and end up with a loss. So you need to have discipline. You need to know what you want. And then the moment you didn't see anything according to your trading plan, you don't need to open a position. The moment you open a position, that means you are going against your rule. So don't do that. This candle is left with 5 minutes before this 30 minutes candle will close. So let's see how this candle will close. Since you are anticipating this candle for it to continue to come down to fill this week over here. But let's see. Let's see what the candle want to do. So this is 30 minutes candle. Like I said, it's created an upper wick and a lower wick. And the body of the candle will continue to come down, and the body of the candle will continue to go up. So it's very important for us to pay attention to what the market condition is doing. Let's see if this candle will choose to close with a bearish candle, or the candle will choose to close with a bullish candle. So we don't need to do anything. Let's wait until we are able to identify a structure, then before we can decide to take a position. Since this 30 minutes candle is left with 3 minutes before this candle will close. Let's try to see. Sorry. Okay. So this 30 minutes candle is about to close. That means the candle want to close with a bullish candle. So let's see what the next candle want to do. If the next candle will have to break the high of the bullish candle, or if the next candle will have to break the low of the bullish candle. So let's see what the next candle wants to do. That means this candle respected the high of this rejection bearish candle, and it also respected the low of this rejection bearish candle. So we don't need to do anything. Let's wait until the candle will close, then for us to anticipate the next candle to kind of respect the high and for it to continue to come down to break our support zone. Or maybe the candle wants to continue to close with a bullish candle to break our resistance zone over here. So, but for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's see. Let's see what this next candle want to do. So this 30 minutes candle just closed with a bullish candle. So let's see if this recent 30 minutes candle will have to break the high of this bullish candle and break the high of this bearish candle for it to continue to go up. So let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle want to do. So this recent 30 minutes candle has broken the high of this bullish candle and has broken the high of this rejection bearish candle. So that means there's volume in the market. So you need to ask yourself, this candle is open with no wick at the bottom, but this candle can also continue to come down to create a wick at the bottom for it to continue to go up. But the best thing is just for us to wait. We are not chasing the market. I understand that the candle, it's open with no wick at the bottom. That means there's volume in the market, but it's good for you to wait. Don't be in a rush to open a position. This candle can still continue to come down to create a wick and for it to continue to go up. So let's just wait. Always know what you want and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So since we are anticipating the break of our resistance zone and the break of our support zone, we don't need to do anything because from this, I'm coming. Because from this resistance zone, from this resistance zone down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone. So we don't need to do anything. We are expecting to take a buy position. The moment the candle should break our resistance zone and the moment the candle should break our support zone before we can decide to take a position. So as of now, we don't need to do anything since this is the beginning of this 30 minutes candle. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what this market condition want to do. Like I said, this recent 30 minutes candle just opened with no wick at the bottom. That the body of the candle came to this zone over here. So I know very well that this candle can still continue to come back down to create a wick over here, then for it to continue to go up or for it to continue to come down. But this candle has broken the high of this previous bullish candle and this bearish candle. It has broken the high. So it's very important for us to pay attention to what the market condition is saying. So for now, we don't need to do anything since we are still anticipating the break of our support zone and we are anticipating the break of our resistance zone. Then we'll be able to anticipate that it is the right time for us to take a position with our order confirmation, which I'm going to tell us. Sometimes you can come to the market and then you meet a strong bullish candle, a strong bullish candle, a strong bullish candle, and a small bullish candle, a small bullish candle. Let me tell you this. Then you see a small bullish candle. So you need to ask yourself, why do you have a strong bullish candle, a strong bullish candle, a strong bullish candle, and a small bullish candle and a small bullish candle? The reason why you have this type of candle formation is because here you have volume in the market, you have volume in the market, you have volume in the market. But as of this place, the volume in the market is start reducing, by which this candle closed with a small bullish candle. So that means there is nothing serious is happening like this moment. But there was volume over here, there was volume over here, and there was volume. So it's very important for you to pay attention to the movement of the candles, because the movement of the candle will tell us if there is volume in the market, just for us to have an idea if it is the right time for us to kind of like take a position when the candle should get to our position. So let me show you guys. You see that this candle is a strong bullish candle. This candle is bigger than this candle. The body of this candle is bigger than the body of this candle, by which the body of this candle is also bigger than the body of this candle. But the next candle closed with a strong bearish candle that it's rejected of this zone over here. So the formation of these candles over here, that means this, like this zone over here. Let me show you guys. Like this zone, there is volume in the market. Yeah, from this bullish candle, there is volume in the market. Then look at how the next candle printed with a rejection bullish candle and a rejection bearish candle, that the rest of the candle was just forming like a consolidation zone over here, because we have a minor resistance and a support zone. So let's look at the formation of these candles as well. So look at how the body of this candle, some of them they are bigger than the body, some of them they are bigger than the body. So let's say this candle close, let's use there. This candle closed a very strong bullish candle. This other candle closed a very strong bullish candle. Then the body of this candle, they're all bigger than the body of these candles over here, because they printed with a consolidation zone. The reason why this candle is the formation of this candle is being considered as a consolidation zone is because the candle decided to print side by side. Is a different candle formation. When the next candle should give you a strong bullish candle like this, that the next candle will also give you a strong bullish candle like this. So that means there is volume in the market from this candle over here, but the next candle printed with a bearish candle and a bearish candle to form a consolidation zone over here, because we have a resistance zone and we also have a support zone over here. So it's very important for us to pay attention to the candle movement, just for us to have an idea if there is volume in the market or if the candle formation is just consolidating. So looking at the formation of this recent candle over here, so we have volume in pre-London, pre-London, and London open. So sometimes maybe after maybe like 1 hour or 30 minutes or 2 hours before you see volume, we come to the market. So, but as of now, we don't need to do anything as of now. So all we need to do is just for us to be patient. So for now, we don't need to do anything. We don't need to do anything as of now. But in the next 2 minutes time, I'm going to head off. I have something to do, but I will still be watching the market condition. The moment we are able to identify the break of our support zone or the break of our resistance zone, then I can decide to take a position. But so for now, we don't need to do anything since this candle closed with a bullish candle. This other candle has broken the high of this bullish candle and this bearish candle. So that means the body of this candle wants to continue to come down to create a wick, or the body of the candle wants to continue to break the low of this bullish candle over here. So the best thing is just for us to wait. We don't need to do anything. Let's see. Since this is London section, that means you are anticipating volume to come to the market for it to break the low of this bullish candle and this bearish candle, then for it to break our support zone with our other confirmation, then we can decide to execute a trade, anticipating the candle to keep coming down to this support zone over here. It's very important for you to know how much you want from the market. Like, I will not advise any trader, or I will not advise you for you to kind of target from the support to the support. Have a trading plan. Let me say from this support zone down to this support zone, let's say like it's 300 pips. So you need to have a target. Maybe you can target like 200, 150, 100, or 80 or 50. So it all depends on your trading plan, how much you are risking in a trade. Then that will determine how much you want the market to give to you. So as of now, we don't need to do anything. All we need to do is just for us to anticipate this candle to break the low, which this candle is about to break the low of this bullish candle over here. So we don't need to do anything for this candle to break the low of this bullish candle and for it to fill this week and break this week over here and break our support zone. But for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's see how this candle we print, if this candle will continue to break the low, or if this candle just want to create a wick over here, then for the body of the candle to continue to go up to close with a bullish candle. It's very important for us to know what we want and how we want it. So, but I'm going to head up right now, and I'm going to see you guys on Thursday. I'm going to see you guys on Thursday.